me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, so maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 58, right over there, right over there.
They're going to look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Murray now on 1st down, being chased out left, and this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 16, Murray escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's low. 23 yards the pickup there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Step fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. Ready? 10 logo.
Mike, 58, right there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's where you belong.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 9 now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go. Go to bench. Come on. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check safety. Check safety. Touchdown. Travel. Short. Take off.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Murray flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He'll look to throw. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Murray now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Watch the slant.
1st down, Murray. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They get it to him running left, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
See what you got. 25, check 25.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Check 52.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Tighten up, tighten up.
General West, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Here's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
58's the money.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 30 on second down. Murray nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Murray. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We want it. Come to my...
They'll run it again with Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Murray going to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, 53 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, get in the weight room. Check.
Hey, Jet. 5.
2nd and 5. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a give, right side. Barkley. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eating.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
58.
Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. A big play there for the Panthers. 43 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and